Minecraft. I guess you could call it a live stream series because I'm probably gonna stick to just live streaming when I'm working on it. This is more or less a continuation of something that I did on an old world that I have in Minecraft on my extremely old iPad mini. It's not a YouTube series in any way, but I never really got to finish it, and I was kind of thinking, and I'm considering now that I'm just going to continue the adventure map that I was building, not there, but on here, as a new YouTube series, to kind of hold you guys over until we... I'm sorry that the Cityscapes episode is taking so long. We've been having trouble, I've been having trouble getting recording done because we have the road around, like, the entry driveway finished, but Arrow hasn't been on lately, and so we haven't had chances to record yet, and I can't really just have him suddenly vanish from the video. So I will record new episode, the rest of the episode, whenever we have a chance to. But for now, we're just gonna go ahead and work on Experiment Z, this new adventure map that I'm building. I'm gonna probably put out a message in a different video about the whole cityscapes because it's kind of hard to get the message across in a live stream when people don't really go back and watch those. They usually watch them live, and so they will likely miss out on the message. So let's just hop right in, find a place to start building, and we'll get this done. I really hope that my stream doesn't decide to kick out on me, because it's done that how many times? It sucks. Hold on. Let me do something right. Alright. We're ready to go. So I start with a map. I don't know why I left that setting on. So what I'm kind of looking for is some sort of big mountain to start on. We could use the ice spike biome if I think that's what this is called. Like this ice biome here. I'm not really seeing much of, like, extremely tall locations. There's a big drop here. That could be a cool spot to be used, but it's not something that I want close to it, so we'd have to either make big path leading to it or something. I mean, if I can't find something that what I'm hoping for, we can probably just use one of the lower mountains, or just start at, like, ground level. But I feel like this kind of area, like these big mountainous areas, allow for a lot more verticality when it comes to the map. I was originally actually planning on doing this on a flat world, but then I realized that would mean that I would have to build a lot of the map up in the sky, and if I wanted to have, like, windows to the outdoors, it would ruin the entire atmosphere because it would just be sky. You would be up in the sky. It would just kind of ruin the, well, like I said, atmosphere, even though I doubt anyone's ever gonna end up playing this map. So I was gonna build here. So we're gonna build this out of quartz. I'm gonna make the floor, I'm gonna make the walls chiseled, and then maybe the corners will be pillars, and then the floor will be bricks. So this room isn't gonna necessarily be too tall. Right now, we're gonna be building some containment chambers. Just little rooms that the, well, experiments are kept in. Yeah, that'll probably work for height. And then, so, for this section that's just hanging over, we could do more quartz pillars. Let's see how that looks, because I'm gonna extend it over a bit more. I may end up just extending the entire room to a larger size eventually. We'll stop about there. So, the pillar would be here. If I can get it that way. Alright, and then we bring it down. So, obviously, my plan for this series is for it to just be a live stream series where you only really see it progressing in a live stream. But, I mean, I could just make it into a regular video if you guys wanted me to, instead of a live stream format. But I feel like a live stream format is a lot better because it allows for a lot more interaction and allows for people to suggest kind of ways to add like details, because I am definitely not that good of a builder. So when it comes to this stuff, I'll take any suggestions that I can get. I'm trying to find something that would work good as a pillar. Some sort of like stone. I was thinking, what would a block of netherite look like? What would a black stone wall look like? That could work. Hold on, let's do the entire thing and we'll see how it looks. Yeah, I think that could work. We'll just go back and change stuff if we need to later on. These will act as our supports. We could connect it to that, kind of make it more stable for style reasons. There. Alright, so this part right here doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna do it because we need I'm just gonna add it as like the corner, just in general. And now, I don't think that your character in this story or adventure or whatever will ever really be outside. So these details may never matter. But depending on how I roll with things, it could turn out that it's visible in some way. So it's always good to have those details. And just for the build in general, it's a lot nicer when, you know, you've got those little details there. Alright, so we place quartz there, and then the pillar. Alright, and then so more chiseled quartz. And we'll extend a decent distance out so that we have good space to work with. Which, if there is a way, I would love to just go ahead and get my world published to like the store or whatever. I'm sure there's a lot of legal things you gotta deal with, or like you have to have some sort of special permission to do that kind of stuff. But I mean, working on this map, creating an adventure like this, I wouldn't mind it being turned into something that maybe the fans can play if they really care about how it turns out. Like, I doubt you guys do, but you never know. But just for somebody to stumble across, be like, huh, I like those story maps, let me check it out. You know, that deal. I forgot to do this corner. Alright, so do that, quartz. And then we go back to placing all of the chiseled quartz. I'm not really sure why I turned coordinates on for this world. I'm probably gonna turn them off for later stuff, just because there's no real point to having it here. Oh, hello, Piggy. Alright, so then we add another support beam to keep this place up and not to just topple off of the edge. And this support beam goes really far down, so it's going to need a lot of connections to make sure that it stays stable. It's gotta have a good, stable connection. And then that one's fine like that. Alright. And so we gotta dig this out for flooring. Which are gonna be the quartz bricks. But so the reason that this started on this, I'm continuing this one from my mobile world, is that my old iPad mini runs like garbage now, along with the fact that back when I played on that iPad mini, I was really into those adventure maps. Like, I think there was one called Herobrine's Mansion, and you know, those worlds that are, you know, incredibly popular adventure maps. And sure, they probably had a bit of help with the fact that they had like mods and texture packs, but there are still vanilla based adventures. I had also created one called City Explorer. I don't remember the entire point that I had behind that world, but it was more or less you were, well, exploring a city, and I'm guessing you were doing like different quests or something. But I remember there was a puzzle, well, not a puzzle, but there was like a thing you had to go through to get inside of a hotel, but that hotel had like a murder happen inside. Yeah, it was weird. I don't really understand. There was like an alien. I'm pretty sure you had to go through like an alien's glass maze to get like access to the hotel. It was either that or it was you had to take like a ladder, do like parkour to get up to the roof of the hotel, and then you went down a ladder inside to get to the bottom floor and be inside and whatnot. It was weird. I don't know. This space is a lot bigger than I thought it was originally. But it could work. So, my idea behind the entire story was that you more or less could make choices that would affect how things went. Like, there was one part that was like right at the beginning where you had to more or less choose whether you wanted to go down into like this water tunnel or like the sewers or something, or go down into like the labs or something like that. And so when you went into like the water tunnel, you would come across I think I put drowns down there, or drowned, however the plural of their name is. And with those you had to more or less avoid them, or you could attack them. But some of them were more or less just used for like scaring you because there were bars that were blocking certain sections off. Nah, we're gonna make it all glass like my original idea. I'm more or less recreating a lot of the old version based on memory. it's definitely gonna be different in multiple ways, mostly because of the fact that this is, well, a different, and it's a different, you know, game and whatnot. But it's also gonna I'm actually gonna get a lot more of it done than the original. So it'll be different in that sense as well. And oh lord, am I terrible at commentary. I'm trying to think of stuff to talk to you guys about, but nobody's even watching in the first place. At least last I checked, no one is. So, the bed will be there. Oh, I didn't realize that ender chests gave light. Then again, I've always placed them in a lit room before, so... Wonder where he was going. And then so... There could be a vent right here with the blast furnace. Just for style purposes. And then like you can see through the what's her name? The sunroof or whatever, that there's like a duct going up, and we'll use, how would lodestone look? I need to do it like this. Interesting noise it makes. Yeah, that doesn't really look like a vent duct. Nothing like that. So let's try a block of netherite. See how that looks. Sure. And it leads into a little room up here that we might be able to see it later and realize, wait a second, that's not good. But for now, sure, I'll do that. That still doesn't look right. I need to find a use for this lodestone, because I like the look of it, but it's not fitting any of the ideas that I have. But so, we just build a little room up here. It's not gonna be big at all. I think once we finish this map, I'm gonna do a live stream of me playing through the adventure and making all of the different choices. So, how are we gonna represent that whatever's going into that vent isn't necessarily what you would want? So we're gonna put a dispenser. Oh, right, it does that. The issue is it looks like a furnace. I need to grab an anvil real quick. So I'm gonna rename an object. I'm gonna use phantom membrane for it. Alright, and so we'll take half and throw it in the dispenser. And then take a little bit more than... Oh shoot, that's right, it's a hopper, so it just instantly sends it in. So might as well just do that. Actually, we'll just take half, put it in here, and then... So we'll have... Ah, shoot. So we don't know where these hoppers lead to. That's not visible in the room. We will be able to probably go in here later and like be able to see what's in here. And we'll have a white stained glass floor over everything except for like the machinery, so that you can kind of realize, so that people, if they're playing, realize, wait a second, that's where I started, and that's leading down into there. So we don't know where these hoppers lead because it's blocked off. There is it. And then we're gonna throw a redstone lamp in here. And I should make a redstone clock. I don't even remember how to make one. I am so bad with redstone. I do not remember how to make a redstone clock, but we're gonna try anyways. So oh my gosh, I don't remember. Forget it. For now, we'll just have that. After this live stream, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna look up how to make a redstone clock. And we're gonna add one. Because it allows for like a light flicker effect. And then since this is more of a indoors area, we'll have the pillars made of the pillar quartz. Looks weird now, but it'll look better later. Alright, let's keep stylizing this room. So, we're gonna throw a lever on both sides of this, because levers work, right? Oh, right, it has to be on the ground. We'll just do a pressure plate for the outside. And then, so, let's grab another anvil. I just need to keep, like, an anvil on me or something. So this is just gonna be a simple little puzzle to solve where you look inside the ender chest and find a forgotten key, and then you grab it, place it on the ground, and are able to get out. So, you make your way out here, and then you can't really see much outside of the room that you're in, because a lot of stuff is gonna be blocked off, mostly due to the fact that these are all containment cells. I'm trying to find a way that I can kind of split it up to make way for even more cells. So we'll make it like that, like that. That wouldn't work. Oh no, here we go. So like that, and like that. So they all have relatively small rooms. This was 3 away, so right there. So boom, boom, and boom. Boom, boom, and boom. Clearly, none of these people were kept, or none of these, whatever they are supposed to be, were kept in good living conditions, clearly. Because they all have incredibly small spaces to live in. But you have such a large room that you live in. And yours is made of glass as well. Most of the redstone lamps that I put down are gonna have a redstone clock later attached to make them flicker, because it kind of adds to the atmosphere a bit. And I have repeated so many terms and sound so boring in this. I need to learn how to do good commentary for this stuff. Oh my goodness. I just do not know how. Probably could barely hear me for most of this. I need to, like, watch a YouTube video on how to be a good commentator. Alright. So, let me do that. We just fill in all of the room's roofs, whatever you want to say. Especially with, like, these center ones. Like, these guys had to just been suffering with their living conditions. 'Cause literally they have no space to move around in. We'll just add a button for these, because otherwise it's gonna affect all the nearby doors. That doesn't, okay, yeah, it doesn't affect that one. Alright, good. Alright, there we go. So, the only light sources around here are gonna be the redstone lamps in the ceiling. We'll have right here, and right here. Yeah, that should work. Oh, right, and no pressure plates. Oh, wait, I replaced the lamp. Great. Wish that I was better at inventory management. Not good at that kind of stuff in any game, really. Alright, there we go. So I don't get light in their rooms, except for the light that shines through the doors. Actually, I want to test something, because I've never really looked at these doors. You can just open them with basic ways, or are they like an iron door? Okay, they're just normal, so never mind. Why? Oh, well, I'm blind. I could not even find the beds. So they all get a white bed. Oh yeah, we can't have anything special for that. Alright, so then they have a barrel as their form of chest, just sitting at the top of the room. Let's go the white shulker box. Bro. Now this one is different because there's a lectern in here. And we're gonna add a little note later on that kind of gives a bit of lore to the situation, or background. We're actually gonna have 2 of these, in one in that room and one in a different room. Now this guy, oh, his living condition. No, they don't even get a bed. They just get their shulker box and what else do they get? And a block of wool. I'll just replace the redstone lamp for now. And the way you would get out of these rooms if you were to go in is you would use the forgotten key from earlier, but you would have to remember to grab it as you leave. Otherwise, you more or less get yourself stuck. No, there was nothing else that I was gonna add. Alright, so bam, bam, and then this one will have a lectern in it, and a shulker box. Alright, first we need to add a roof, because we can't just let snow be coming in. I don't want snow all over the floor. That should notify players that don't exactly want to go in if you don't want to get stuck. That's the way that you would exit. Kind of want to hide what's ahead from the people sitting in here, so I've got to make the hallway a certain length. That was weird. I'm probably gonna change up, like, the designs of certain things, cause it doesn't look that good just having constant quartz. Oh wow, that's already far enough, huh. Oops, thought I had the door out. Let's go one block further. There are also speakers around the building that you'll see. And at the beginning, I'm gonna actually end up adding signs that are supposed to represent dialogue because I sure as heck can't set it up any other way. What, you think I'm gonna do some stuff with command blocks? I barely know how to do that. So, let's do this to ensure that no snow gets on the windows. Or the glass or whatever. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have the room kind of split out into two directions. So alrighty, so we will have two doors right here and then two doors on the other side. This is where like the first choice of the story is made. And so dang it. Okay, you're really annoying me. Get out. You too. Get out of here. Alright, so we need to add a lamp. Where are redstone lamps? I lose track of stuff in this menu way too easily. Right, so like that. Oh, sorry guys, give me 1 second. My apologies, guys. I had a phone call I needed to take. Oh, I thought that was a hole for a second. Alright, so the way that we do this is that there are two ways to continue. There is the labs and the sewers or the water tunnels, however I end up referring to them. But more or less, this will change things because the labs require you to give up the forgotten key to enter. So here, you can just go right in, 'cause the doors just have a button. And with this authorization kind of idea, there is a message, a hidden message with it. And I'm just gonna outright say it. No, I'm not. I'll make it more. It'll probably be noticeable over time as the story progresses. Once I start placing all of the story-based dialogue signs and such. Alright, so authorization. Key required. So, alright, so let's build this one over here first. Probably gonna have to do some terraforming for this, but actually, no. I think I'm gonna end the live stream here, guys. In the next one, we will continue to build and advance the storyline and lore of Experiment Z, my new story world. If you enjoyed, subscribe. If you want more, like the live stream because that's a thing. And thank you for watching till the end. Please give any suggestions on how we should advance this. It really helps out, and it also helps kind of keep you guys involved and interested, as well as gets me past creativity blocks when it comes to advancing certain things. Thank you all for watching. Bye, cringelings.